Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie, and if you're new here, hi, I'm new here as well. Today I'm creating a look using the Morphe Jaclyn Ring the Alarm palette that came out with the Vault collection a little while ago. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieved this look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so my eyebrows are done. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills to do them. I love this stuff. I've been using it for years. So to conceal my eyelids for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Tarte Double Duty Beauty concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. I usually just grab like the lightest shade because I'm so pale, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to use an Eco Tools blending brush. I'm just going to kind of spray it a little bit with the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Prep Spray, and then dab this around, blend it out. I think that the Tarte Shape Tape is so good for eyeshadow. It just has a nice base, it feels amazing, and I don't set my eyelids unless I'm not doing eyeshadow, but no, I just love the way that my eyeshadow looks when I use it more than like any other concealer. So I'm going to go ahead in with a large eye blending brush. This is the Luxie 250, and I'm going to go into shade Rush right here, and I'm going to pat that on my eye, and then I'm going to blend it out. So I patted that around, and it's looking crazy right now, but we're going to go around the edges and slowly blend them in a windshield wiper motion. I think it's easiest to blend if you just stamp the color around like where you want it and then blend out the edges of it. It looks more seamless, and you don't have to sit there and keep applying color to reach the amount of pigment that you want, if you guys know what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of bring it out a little bit this way. Kind of like with dark shades, like you want it to be super dark in one area, but as you blend it out, it sort of starts to lighten up a little bit. So I think it's best just to stamp it where you want it and then blend out the edges. You don't have to go in as much, adding more product if you do that, in my opinion. Okay, so that shade is on, and I like to bring it down like as far as the lid as possible, just because I think it also helps with blending your shades. If you need to clean it up, there's concealer, you can use that. If you don't want to, sometimes you can get shades that just cover it up regardless. So I think in the long run it helps with blending, especially if you're just starting out. It helps with blending a lot because your colors are just, they're mixing better, I feel like, if that makes sense. In my mind it does, but I don't know if it does in anybody else's. I have been off of work for, really like 2 weeks. I only worked like 2 days last week because like there's just kind of a shortage. I'm a medical assistant in a dermatologist's office, and we're just not all needed at the moment because nobody wants to leave their house. And I'm going insane. I just needed to put this in here. I'm going nuts. I am lost. Like, I don't even know who I am anymore. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead in with the shade Alert now. This is kind of like a darker version of this. So I'm going to go in with this kind of a little lower to start to deepen up my crease. And to do that, I'm going to go in with a Flawless All Over Shadow Brush by It Cosmetics. This is the KERW30W collection, and I'm going to tap into Alert here. And then again, just stamping that color where I want it. This one actually matches that other shade like really well, which is really weird. Like, it looks exactly like that shade. Doesn't even look like I'm putting on like a different color, if that makes sense, which is really weird. I mean, it does. It has like a little bit more of a reddish tone to it. I'm just trying to match my shirt. I put on a shirt and this is what I'm going off of. I'm stamping that color in, and then I'm going to go in with that color again, and I'm going to blend out the edges and go into the first shade that I applied. It's super quick and easy if you do it this way as well. I have personally thought so. I personally think so. I don't know. I guess everybody has different opinions. So if this is not quicker for you, then so be it, but it is for me. I take forever to blend any other way. So I'm going to go ahead in with that first brush I used by Luxie again, and I'm going to just go in here and blend those two shades together. And then I'm going to go ahead and start deepening it up with like a brown and you know, darker colors. I'm going to end up using this color to make it really dark, but I'm going to start with the shade Mugshot. Yeah, the shade Mugshot to start to deepen this crease up. And I'm just going to go in with a Profusion brush. It doesn't have a name or anything on it because it just came in like one of the things I bought years ago. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in. I'm really going to stay in my crease this time. Like, I'm trying to just restrict myself from going anywhere else. I'm like making a V. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm not going any further than like a little, like I'm not even going halfway, really. I'm just stopping right here. And this shade isn't crazy dark or anything, which is good to start out with. You don't want to start out with crazy dark. I know some people do, and that they blend better that way. Some people that I watch on Instagram. It's all in preference. But this is mine. Then I'm going to go in with that second brush that I used to apply shade Alert. I'm not going to put anything on the brush. I'm just going to blend it out with whatever is left on the brush. That also helps blend your colors a little more seamlessly. I go in with the brushes that I used before, like the last one that I just applied, you know what I mean? And then I didn't really blend this out too well there, so I'm going to take the first brush I used and blend out the edge of that area right there. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, and now it's time to really darken it up with the shade Secret, and I'm going to go in with a much smaller, dense brush. This is the Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. So I'm going to go in with the shade Secret, which is the darkest one here, and I'm going to really kind of raising my eyebrow, which sucks because I can't raise my other eyebrow, but I'm going to raise it to kind of get in that dip in my eyelid. Kind of like whenever you're contouring, you're like, you know, that's what I'm trying to do with my eye. Don't run my eyebrows at the moment. I'm also trying to go like in the outer half of my eye as well to deepen up the edge of the eyelid. I must say though, this shade does not go on very well. Like it did here, but like I'm trying to pack it on here and it's not really working out for me that well. I'm going to take that Profusion brush. I'm not going to add any product to it. I'm just going to go around it and blend it out with whatever is left on the brush. I'm going to go in with the first brush that I used. I always use this, like the first blending brush I used. I see myself always using it because it had the lightest shade on it and it blends out everything at the edges so seamlessly. It just helps everything. I'm going to go ahead in with a shimmer shade now on the inner part of my eye, and I don't know what shade I'm going to use. The last video I did, I used green shadow, But this is another one of those things where, like, honestly, I would just use this shade. I would never use these other shades, you know? That's just how I am. I'm stuck in a comfort zone and I'm trying to work my way out of it. To apply the inner corner shade, I'm going to use a flat top brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 130 brush, and I just cleaned it a little extra. I like to do that on just like a makeup wipe because it also dampens the brush, which helps the shade perform at its best. I'm gonna go ahead in with the shade Boom. And I know that seems like, wow, why are you afraid to use that color? I just am. I don't know why. Just how I am, okay? Don't come at me for this. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that here. Wow, this shade is so pretty. It's applying so nicely. It looks like wet. It's probably because my brush is wet, but it looks really good. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna have to keep going in though. It doesn't look like it it looks like you have to build it up, but it does apply really nicely. So this shade matches the eye look a lot. Like it doesn't. I'm gonna go in with my finger and see if it goes on any differently. It doesn't really look like I have any different color on. It just looks like the color that I put on is shimmery and the other ones are matte. Doesn't really look much different. I'm gonna go in with the shade Lolly here. And I'm going to go over top of it with that. Just kind of lighten it up a little bit. This is a really nice eyeshadow though. It looks like a coppery, like, eyeshadow on the lid. I think it looks pretty, but I just wanted more out of it. I don't know what I wanted. Okay, so I'm done applying that shade to the lid of my eye, and I love this shade so much. Look at how it's just so pretty. I love this. This is beautiful. I don't know. I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more color though to the outer edges, just kind of blend out the edges of the shimmer shade that I just put on. I'm just gonna go out of the edges, and I'm using a Kenzie brush. This is just from like TJ Maxx. I don't think there's a number on there. I don't see a number on the brush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say there isn't. I'm just tapping into the shade Rush and Mugshot, mixing them together and going into the edge here of the shimmer shade. That just looks so, I love this. I'm so glad I went with that shade. It's so pretty, and I don't know what it applies like dry, but my brush was really wet, so the eyeshadow was also really wet. You can even tell by looking in the pan, and this is what it looked like. So I don't know how it applies like dry with the dry brush, but this is what it applies like wet, and it is gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and apply eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Hank & Henry Slick With It Blickety Black eyeshadow or eyeliner. I love the name of this shade, Blickety Black. I think that's cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do a wing. This would be, I love doing wings with like looks like this, like a sultry look. I like doing them with smoky eyes. I just don't do them too often because I did them a lot and I'm just kind of sick of them. I haven't done one in so long that my hand is actually shaking. Made me nervous there for a second. I used to be able to do eyeliner so fast, like in school I'd be on the bus and I would have it done in like 10 seconds. Like I was so quick, I don't know how I did it, and I was on the bus doing it. I don't know how I did that. Now I can't even get the angle right to do my wing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara. I'm not going to apply eyelashes because I'm sitting in my house all day and I do not feel like wearing eyelashes. Eyelashes can be comfy, but not as comfy as not having any eyelashes, you know what I mean? So I'm not even gonna go there. I am going to apply the L'Oreal Voluminous Brow Bros Courbet mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup. I'm gonna go ahead in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And to prime my face, I'm gonna use the Estee Lauder Illuminator Radiant Perfecting Primer and Finisher. This stuff is so nice. It feels really good on my skin. And it's so pretty too. It's like an ear. You're not gonna be able to tell on my camera. You can't tell what anything is in my camera, but it feels so moisturizing and hydrating. The only complaint I have though is it doesn't smell the greatest, but I don't think the foundation, I think it smells the same as the foundation. I love this stuff though. It has just like a sticky feel to it, which is awesome for foundation to stick to. So I'm gonna go ahead and with this, the only beef I have with this foundation is, that I remember, is there's no pump. You can buy one for an extra $5, but I don't even remember how much this stuff cost, but it wasn't cheap, and I'm not buying a pump for another $5. It should come with one. I'm just saying. I remember, I think Tina Halada, she used this, and it looked so good on her skin, and that's why I got it. I'd actually got it for prom. I did love this, especially for my prom. It was good to wear to prom. I don't even think it really, I think it lasted a good while. It wore nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and use a foundation brush to apply this. My It Cosmetics buffing foundation brush. I think that with this one though, it did streak a good bit. Let me get my mirror. It did streak whenever, oh no, maybe not. No, it did a little bit on my nose. It streaks whenever I use this, so I had to go in with a sponge afterwards just to kind of smooth everything out. I think it's a lot quicker to use a brush, and all about saving time. So, not that I have anywhere to be for the next 2 months. Then I'm going to go in with that EcoTools sponge. I'm going to spray it again. And pat that. I love that spray from Tarte. It smells like minty and it's amazing. I'm going to go ahead in with some concealer. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm running low, which is not good. Blend this out. I'm going to spray my sponge again. I don't like a super damp sponge because I feel like it interferes with my makeup and its performance. I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes now the Becca Hydro Mist powder. I love this stuff, but I have to admit, whenever I first opened it compared to now, it's a completely different experience. It's not as cooling as, oh my god, I just dumped that down my heat register. Gee, oh. I just made such a mess on my floor. But what I was saying is it was really cooling the first time I used it, but it's not anymore, like really. I still like it though. It works really well. I am really upset that like that doesn't last. And it says keep me closed to keep me cool. I kept her closed, and I don't even keep it like, I keep it in a closed drawer. So there's no excuses for this. I'm gonna go ahead in with the Estee Lauder face powder. This is in the shade Ivory Nude. I believe this is the lightest shade that they had. And I'm gonna go in with a Wet n Wild just fluffy brush and pat that in. Next, I'm going to go ahead and contour. I'm going to use this Kenzie brush is more of like a more defined brush. I'm going to go into the Tarte Hampton Weekender Contour Palette. You can tell I have used this up. It's really powdery though, this made me cough. And I'm going to contour with that under my cheekbones. And then I'm going to go ahead and bronze with a powder that I have not used in a hot minute. I mean, it's been a long time. It's because it broke though, but I don't care. It's so good. I'm not even going to show it to you guys because it's busted and I don't want to spill it all over the floor, but I'm using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Everybody used to use this. I don't know what happened. It smells amazing. But everybody used to use this, and I don't see anybody using it anymore. I think probably just because like there's just new stuff now, and eventually you get away from like your favorite products because you just have so many different products that are coming out that you try. The blush that I'm going to use is the Milani Tea Rose blush. Looks like this. I just got this at Target. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I got away with it with like, or I got away from it from using other products, but it's a really good one. It looks so natural. I'm gonna go ahead in with some highlighter. I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. Do not judge my packaging. I've had this and it has been beaten. I mean, it's in 2 pieces. Don't come at me for that, but I love this highlighter. It is amazing. I do have this other one. It doesn't say what. Oh, this is in the shade Golden Flower Crown. I got this in the summer, and I don't get very dark in the summer, but when I do get like, you know, not as pale, but still pale, I do use this. This shade is Blossom Glow. So I just go in with a Real Techniques brush, and look at that. It is so beautiful. Okay, just watch. Okay, so there's nothing here. And now there is. And then you can build it up and it just looks even prettier. So I'm gonna go back into my palette. Where did my palette go? Here it is. And I'm gonna go with a pencil brush. This is a Moda BMX brush. And I'm gonna go into the shade Rush here and apply that under my lid, under my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Mugshot and Secret mixed together. And I'm going to go to the edges with that and bring it up into my eyeshadow at the top of my eye, underneath like my eyeliner here. I'm going to go ahead and apply the same mascara to my lower lashes now. Okay, and I'm not really going to go in with any lipstick or anything. I'm just going to apply some chapstick because my lips are dry and I really just don't want to wear lipstick. And the chapstick that I just applied is the Burt's Bees Beeswax Lip Balm with vitamin E and peppermint. It feels so good on my lips. It's so cooling. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I post. If you have any questions or any tips, I'm open to that all. Go ahead and just drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!